Who's ready to see some martial arts? Yes. All right, folks. You are in for a treat. Our first demonstration is going to be by the Northern California Naginata Federation and TendoRyu. Now, if you don't know what a Naginata is, it is a Japanese weapon consisting of a sword. So you've seen samurai swords. You've all seen samurai movies and whatnot. That's a sword being held on a handle, like that. But get this, imagine that sword is on the end of a very long staff. That's right, that's the Naginata. It was developed and used in battlefields in medieval Japan as a way to defend yourself against mounted attackers on horseback, right? That's the idea. But one of the other cool things about Naginata is that it is unique among martial arts in that for the last 3 centuries, folks, the tradition of Naginata has been kept alive primarily by women. The group that you're about to see here on stage, the Northern California Naginata Federation team, this is very cool. Their team includes several Team USA members who have competed at World Championships, last year in July of 2024. So, folks who are just come on in, find yourselves a seat. Folks who are here, get settled, get comfortable in your chairs because we're gonna have a really cool demonstration. So let's give our next performers a big round of applause. Please welcome the Northern California Naginata Federation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your attention. This is the Northern California Naginata Federation, and we're going to start off by showing some of the warm-up exercise we do. We call it hapoguri. This weapon comes from traditional martial arts from Japan, dating back hundreds of years. And at the time, it was mostly done with solid wood weapons, and usually Naginata against the sword. But only after World War II, they decided to make all Japan style by combining several of the regional styles and making it Naginata against Naginata. So the first thing that they're going to show is called Yukodatotsu, like the openings. Naginata, you use both hands, and the hands are constantly sliding up and down the Naginata and changing position. So you have to have a lot more flexibility and dexterity in your hands to use this compared with some other weapons like a sword. This is showing a swinging exercise where you try to use the full range of motion of the Naginata and to do things very slowly and accurately. And you try to get all possible directions of cutting motion. Remember, this is actually how to use a blade, not how to hit with a stick. So the motions are more fluid and more smooth. The furikaeshi is a very typical movement of the Naginata where it spins above your head and you immediately go into another attack from that movement. And you'll see that used in some of the forms we show later on too. This is the footwork we use. There's 5 different types of footwork, and we're showing 2 of the kinds of footwork. These are the basic strikes. So there's strikes to the head. Strikes to the ankle. Diagonal strike to the head. And as you can see, the weapon is used on both sides in a symmetric fashion. So you can use either with your right hand forward or the left hand forward. So next, we're going to show Shikake Oji, which is an attack and defense drill. So most of these have a very clear defense and a counterattack movement. The next one is similar, where you'll defend, there will be an opening and a clear counterattack. Always in Naginata, you try to clear an opening, make the weapon not be in the way so that you can make a very clear strike to a target. So this is one aspect of the practice. So these are the prearranged forms, attack and defense, Shikake Oji. Next up will be Bogu, where we have protective armor and we do full impact practice. And this one's mostly free, so you can use whichever techniques you want to try to hit the targets. Only the targets are restricted to very specific points. So let's show some of the attack points. So for this to count, you have to hit with the middle of the blade right on the center of the head, and it can't slip off the mask. If it slips off, then it means it was off center and it doesn't count as a point. And then part of showing your control is also hitting the part of the armor very accurately. So we only hit the center of the bamboo for the legs, and we only hit the most heavily armored parts. That's both for safety and also shows your skill in hitting accurately. Next, they're going to show a warm-up in Bogu called Uchikaeshi, and that's a lot of attacks coming quickly, and you try to have a good flow for this. So the armor that we use, we have a quilted armor, so it's a thick fabric and a metal grill mask. And the armor protects a bit against the blade. The blade is flexible bamboo, so when it strikes, it absorbs some of the impact. And these are some important safety features we have. The parts covered by the armor are the head, the waist, the hands, and the feet. And those are also the only valid targets. You're allowed to strike the top of the head, diagonal head, the throat, the waist, and the leg. Next, we're going to demonstrate what's called free sparring, Gokaku Keiko. Hajime. Yame. So in this case, the person avoided the leg attack and then countered with a clear head attack. So that would have been a point for the head. Hajime. When both strike each other at the same time, it doesn't count as a point for either. That was a clear point to the head. Yame. That was a good, clear point to the leg. Hajime. Yame. Nare. So that's a demonstration of the free sparring aspect. there's no prearranged motions, and people have a lot of freedom about how they make the openings and make the attacks. The next part is called kata, and that has a more rigid sequence of prearranged forms. So I'll help demonstrate this one. And we're going to show 5 of the kata. Again, this will show some attack and defense techniques. So that concludes our demonstration of the Atarashi Naginata part. But there's another group that we represent, and several of us do both martial arts. And the other group is a traditional style called TendoRyu. TendoRyu is a multi-weapon system, and it dates back 400 or 500 years. And the core of the method uses Naginata against the sword, and then later on you get to try other weapons, such as 2 short swords against the long sword, the Jo, which is a stick, Kusarigama, which is a sickle and a chain, just a single short sword called Tanto. We're just going to show some of the Naginata forms. So these are from a set called Chudan, and it's a core set. So we're just going to show a selection. This is one of the source schools for Atarashi Naginata, which is the one we just showed, which was developed after World War II. This one predates it, and only some of the technique from this made it into Atarashi Naginata. If you're interested in either group, you can contact the Northern California Naginata Federation, and we can set you up with the right dojo or the right information you're interested in. So please come to us afterwards if you have questions. And I'm going to demonstrate TendoRyu.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Keep it going for the Northern California Naginata Federation and TendoRyu, everyone.